stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councillor Nelson.
Here.
Councillor Hochschild.
Here.
Mayor Boucher.
Here. Find my agenda. Announcements. Do any councilors have announcements they'd like to make?
Nope.
No? Well, I've got a couple of things. We have different periods of public discussion that are allowed during our meeting. We have something near the beginning where it's general public discussion about items not on the agenda. Whenever we have an item on the agenda that has the potential for being voted on, we will have separate public discussion about that item. But if an item is tabled or say in the like an ordinance where it's the first reading and there's no vote, there is no public discussion on that. And then when we have public hearings on certain things, we have public discussion, but I don't believe we have any hearings tonight. We have considered the idea of tabling several items on our agenda until the full council can be present to have everyone's voice represented. But we will get to that as we go through. With that, Mr. Mulder, you have a short note on correspondence.
We just included we did not include anything in your packet. You have the list of items from the last meeting, but those are all staff reports, so we did not include those in your packet.
Thank you. We have no presentations tonight. Now we have item 8, public discussion. That is discussion on any item not on the agenda. If anyone either present in chambers or online wishes to give information or discuss this with the council, please state your name and address for the record. If you're in the meeting, please approach the podium and speak into the microphone. If you're online, please speak up with your name and address. Is there anyone present either online or in chambers that wishes to engage in general public discussion? We're still under public discussion. Is there anyone that wishes to speak to the council at this time? If so, please state your name and address for the record. And last opportunity for general public discussion. If we have none, we will close the public discussion period and move to the consent agenda, which includes minutes from the May 16th City Council continuation, minutes from the May 18th Joint Heat and City Council meeting, and accounts payable. Do we have a motion for the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Councillor Nelson, second by Councillor Hochschild. Roll call, please.
Councillor Hochschild.
Aye.
Councillor Nelson.
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. We have nothing listed under motions and nothing under ordinances. Resolutions. First up is resolution 2022-71. Resolution authorizing and directing mayor and city clerk to enter into a master partnership contract between the state of Minnesota Department of Transportation and the city of Hermantown. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councillor Hochschild, second by Councillor Nelson. Mr. Mulder, could you explain this resolution?
This is a standard agreement that MnDOT has with various cities, and we've had one since at least 2017, which just allows us to work together on various projects. For example, we are currently doing some utility work in their right-of-way on the 194 project. So this is just a standard agreement between us and MnDOT on some road work.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? Is there any public discussion on this resolution? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on resolution 2022-71? Is there any public input on this resolution? With no public input, I'd ask for a roll call.
Counselor Nelson. Aye. Counselor Housechild.
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2022-72, resolution approving St. Louis County's SAP 069-656020 CP number 0056-493050, County State Aid Highway number 56, Morris Thomas Road, within the city of Hermantown corporate limits. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Housechild. Mr. Mulder.
So St. Louis County will be redoing Morris Thomas Road from Haynes Road to Piedmont. While that is not in Hermantown at all, but that is in Duluth, they'll be doing this project in 2023. They will reach back into Hermantown just at that intersection to provide a right turn lane off of Morris Thomas onto Haynes at that so they'll add that turn lane, make it a little bit longer than with the current situation. So they're asking for our approval to do that.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council?
I think that will help.
Is there any public input on this resolution? Is there any public input on resolution 2022-72? Last call for public input on the resolution approving St. Louis County's cooperation in the city of Hermantown. Roll call, please.
Counselor Housechild.
Aye.
Counselor Nelson.
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2022-73, resolution approving special use permit for construction of an accessory structure in excess of 1,600 square feet in the R1 zoning district at 4282 Westwood Road and imposing conditions thereon. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Nelson. Mr. Mulder, should we have Mr. Johnson explain this one?
Yes, please.
Mr. Eric?
Great. Thank you very much, Mayor Boucher and members of the council. Before us, as you mentioned, this is a special use permit for the construction of a 2,400 square foot accessory structure. The dimensions are approximately 40 by 60 feet. As you had mentioned, it's an R1 zoning district, which has with structures over 1,600 square feet required to have a special use permit. The applicant has provided information regarding this pertaining to a site plan, associated setbacks, as well as potential looks of how this building would be constructed. They're envisioning a slab on grade construction with the steel roof and siding associated with it. This project does meet or exceed all these different setbacks associated with the zoning district. Staff did receive one comment prior to the Planning and Zoning Commission asking general questions, stating that they're generally not in favor of the building. However, at the Planning and Zoning Commission, no comments were received by the public. Planning and Zoning did recommend unanimously this onto the City Council.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? Hearing none, we'll move to public input. Is there any public input on this resolution? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on resolution 2022-73? Is there any public input on the resolution to approve a special use permit at 4282 Westwood Road? Roll call, please.
Counselor Nelson.
Aye.
Counselor Housechild.
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Next is resolution 2022-74, resolution approving preliminary and final planned unit development for Red Tail Hawk development. Do we have a motion regarding this item?
I'd like to make a motion to table this for 2 weeks.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Housechild to table for 2 weeks. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Next is resolution 2022-75. Resolution approving a special use permit for the construction of two-family homes, 4 units total, within a recreational shoreland area. Do we have a motion regarding this item?
I have a question of inquiry, I guess. Since some folks are in the audience, probably on some of these resolutions, and we did have them on the agenda, I'm not opposed to tabling them, but is there an option to give folks a chance to say something and table them, or how is
Well-
that allowed?
Well, we're not taking, if we table them, we're not taking action tonight.
Right.
And the public input portion is to address potential action taken.
Mhm.
So tabling them puts action off until the next council meeting or at a later date decided by the councils. So having public input on something we table is not part of Robert's rules.
Can we take action, hear concerns, and then table?
I don't believe we can.
I'm not sure I understand. You can't take action,
Mhm.
then hear, and then table. If you take action, you're not tabling it.
Mhm. What if you were influenced by discussion to want to table?
The motion to table does not require discussion. If the people who made the motion or second do not, if you don't want to table it, you simply vote no to table it, and then you move forward. And then you take a motion, then you need a motion and a second to take action.
So our choices are either a motion to take action with input or a motion to table and delay that.
But I mean, we could make a motion to approve, open for discussion, have discussion, then make a motion to table
No,
after that.
no.
Theoretically, you could, yes, under Robert's Rules of Order.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But then you're going to basically take input at one meeting.
Right.
And if you didn't table it, you're not going to take action until the next one. So
Right.
now you've got 2 weeks in between the time you heard it and the time.
I'm just trying to use people's time
Yep.
wisely because we told them this was on the agenda and then they showed up and now we're tabling. So that's my only,
And-
as long as it's clear that we'll again discuss it at another meeting.
Yes, if there's action to be taken, it will be open for discussion. The thought behind tabling motions, at least in this case, is to have as many members of the
Right,
council
I agree.
present as possible.
I agree.
No matter what the result may be, it's best if more of us are here for the any final decision.
I agree. And I'm glad you said that because I think folks need to know why we're tabling that. We're not just doing it because they showed up or something,
Yeah.
They need
No.
to know that it's because that we're missing 2 of our votes that
No, and
we
I
want to be part of the discussion.
personally, I would rather see as many of us here as possible because we own this.
Right. Okay.
So we have, and this is a companion resolution with the last one,
Right.
2022-75. So do we have a motion regarding this?
Make a motion to table?
No.
I didn't. I was
No one
inquiring
made a
about the
motion.
process. Yeah.
Okay. You want
Okay. Yeah. So I'll motion to table
for 2 weeks?
for 2 weeks.
I'll second that.
Motion by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Nelson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Next is, Mr. Mulder, we're going to take these in the numbered order. When we speak to them,
You should really take it in the order of 77, 78, and 76. After we put the agenda together, we looked at that. It makes more sense to do it in that order.
well, let's go with,
Let's stick with the numerical order.
well, we're gonna, if we take them in this order, that's the exact order we would take them in if we table them next time, right?
If you're going to table them, it doesn't matter what order you
Order
take them
depends
in.
night.
If you're
Well,
going to
let's-
take action on them, then you should do it.
With the
77.
potential for action, let's go with 2022-77, resolution approving preliminary planned unit development for the Keene Creek Trail subdivision development. Do we have a motion regarding this item?
I'll motion to table this for 2 weeks.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Housechild. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Next, resolution 2022-76. Resolution approving a special use permit for the construction of two-family homes and 4 single-family homes, 8 units total, in an R3 residential zoning district and within a natural environment and shoreland area. Do I have a motion on this one?
So moved. Or I mean, no, I'm sorry. Are we tabling this one as well?
Well, all 3 are for the same
Okay, so
subject.
move to table for 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion to table by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Nelson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Next is 2022-78, resolution approving preliminary plat of Keene Creek Trail subdivision and imposing conditions on submittal of the final plat. Do we have a motion on this one?
I will make a motion to table for 2 weeks.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Housechild. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Next is 2022-79, resolution receiving proposals and awarding engineering contract for design and construction engineering to replace Bridge 722 crossing Rocky Run Creek at Hermantown Road in the amount not to exceed $155,747. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Nelson. Mr. Mulder.
So we are looking at replacing the bridge at Rocky Run Creek on Hermantown Road. We sought proposals. We received a proposal from LHB. So we're recommending that we enter into a contract with LHB to do this design work.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? Any public input on resolution 2022-79? Oh. Any public input on this resolution? Last call for public input on 2022-79. Roll call, please.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Eric, you're not going to be part of the next resolution. Could you just run and say somebody left their sweatshirt in here? Thank you.
That's them.
Oh,
It might be this guy
He's coming
here.
back.
Resolution 2022-81. Resolution for a proclamation proclaiming June 9th, 2022 as Beth Clark Day in Hermantown, recognizing all of her contributions to the athletic community and to the community as a whole.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Housechild. I don't think we need any explanation of this.
Nope.
Is there any public input on this motion? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Any public input on resolution 2022-81? Public input on the resolution proclaiming June 9th, 2022 Beth Clark Day in Hermantown. Roll call, please.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. That ends our business for this evening. Do we have a closed session?
No, we do not.
It's on the agenda.
We do not have one scheduled.
Oh, okay.
Typo.
Motion to recess.
Motion to recess.
Motion by Counselor Nelson. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Counselor Housechild. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Anybody want to stay?
Hmm.
Thank you, everyone.